Well, I'd like to call to order this regular council meeting in the town of Saugeen Shores. And again, remind you the first order of business is a declaration of pecuniary interest. And nothing under that. Do you want to deal with that? Addition to that now? So we're going to add, with council's consent, another item to the closed to public session. And it will be additions. So we're at additions and deletions. Okay. So there's a motion here to amend the agenda. Then it's been moved by Councillor Matheson and second by Councillor Mike Myatt that whereas the minor variance and consent application for 65 Chanterview Drive were appealed to the Ontario Municipal Board, and whereas parties to the appeal met early today and drafted minutes of settlement on a without prejudice basis, now therefore the council agenda be amended to add a closed to public session for the purpose of reviewing the draft minutes of settlement. All in favor? That's carried. So then the next item on the agenda then is minutes, and I've got a motion that's moved by Councillor Matheson, second by Councillor Mike Myatt. The council adopts the minutes of the council meeting of March 12, 2018 as presented. Any errors or omissions, comments? All in favor? Carried. Next is the committee of the whole minutes, and it's been moved by Councillor Minaj, seconded by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber. The council note and file the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of March 12, 2018 as presented. Any errors or omissions, comments? All in favor? Carried. So we have a report of the committee of the whole, and it's been moved by Councillor Matheson and seconded by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau that Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the committee of the whole report dated March 12, 2018, recommending that Council supports the Saugeen Valley Conservation Authority's letter recommending that a letter be sent to Premier Kathleen Wynne relating to the continuing provincial underfunding of the Ontario Conservation Authorities and ask the province to increase funding. Any questions, comments? All in favor? That's carried. We have there's a staff report with this one, but it's the Market Street. The next item is the Market Street Capital Tender Award, and it's been moved by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber, second by Councillor Minaj, that Doug Wells Construction Limited be awarded the contract for the Market Street Reconstruction Project, Waterloo to Godrich Street, tender 2018 6410 5800 in the amount of $201,842.19 plus applicable HST, and that the Mayor and Clerk be authorized to sign the necessary tender documents. Any questions? Councillor Minaj.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I note the demand has already said that she's discussing with the, in particular, the businesses that are there. There's two major businesses on that stretch, I guess, the Petro-Canada and the laundromat, that you're going to have some obvious difficulties, or I'm assuming that this works goes, how far does it go? Does it go out to flush to Goderich Street, or does it pull up short?
It does go out almost directly to Goderich Street and to Waterloo. Because
their gasoline tankers have to swoop in that way to be able to unload. So things to think about. Anyway, I'm sure that you've had those discussions, and that piece of road will probably be expedited, right? When it starts, it'll finish quick.
Yeah, the three, Mr. Mayor, they're looking at starting in May, finishing in June. So,
Vice Deputy Mayor Huber.
Mr. Mayor, just a question. The project, it indicates that it includes resurfacing. Is this including any kind of reference to Market Street has been designated by us as a bike street. So are we putting anything on the road on this little stretch that picks up on the fact that we were planning to do something all the way down and all the way up to the rail trail?
Not at this time. We looked at the bike lane on Market Street last year, and there was funds set aside for that. But because the guideline has come out with the signs every 50 meters, it changes the parking drastically on Market Street as well, that we haven't gone forward with that. But as part of the Transportation Master Plan, I want to figure out how we're going to have the cycling routes through town. The Green Street closures that we're experiencing are also changing how we use the roads to the beach. So at this time, I don't think it's worth doing this section because we want to look at more than just the street in the context of cycling in Port Elgin.
Okay. No further questions. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Next item is, now we're into bylaws, and the first one is to authorize an agreement with the Chamber of Commerce. Excuse me. It's been moved by Councillor Dave Mayette and seconded by Councillor Grace that bylaw 26-2018 being a bylaw to authorize entering into 2 lease agreements with Saugeen Shores Chamber of Commerce is hereby read our first, second, and third time and finally passed and sealed this 26th day of March 2018. Any comments? Councillor Dave Mayette.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. When this was proposed 2 weeks ago, I asked the question both before and during council about the stipulation that the current tenant, which is the Chamber of Commerce in Port Elgin, that they pay municipal taxes in addition to what is stipulated in the rent and additional payments. And just having a tertiary look at the agreement here, that is not stipulated one way or the other whether the landlord or the tenant is responsible for the taxes to be paid. Currently, Chamber of Commerce has on their budget a line item where they pay municipal taxes on the property in Port Elgin. I had asked at the time that this be made clear one way or the other so that there's no ambiguity. This was raised at the Chamber Board of Directors meeting, and the executive was perplexed that the lease agreement was silent on the matter, and also that the tenant actually pays municipal taxes, which is, it may be the case, but it's counterintuitive to a normal landlord-tenant relationship.
So it is my understanding that Chamber of Commerce does pay municipal property taxes on the Port Elgin site. The staff were in discussions with Joanna, and she fully understands that, yes, they do pay taxes. And it was my understanding as of later this afternoon that the agreement that we have before us may be different than the one that's coming back from the Chamber that actually does deal with the tax issue in Port Elgin. And it will clearly state that the Chamber of Commerce will pay taxes on the Port Elgin. Sorry, just to be clear, there is no misunderstanding between staff of the Chamber that they are paying taxes.
That's fine. That's fine. If you're clear, if you want to make that motion, we can get a seconder. We'll deal with the deferment. So, Councillor Mayette, Dave Mayette is moving that we defer this bylaw 26-2018. Is there a seconder? Councillor Mike Mayette. All in favor of deferral? That's carried. Sheriff, it's short because it's not on the table now. So,
well, it's about the lease agreement. There's a comment in there that says the tenant agrees to maintain the park located to the south of the building. I didn't realize that the chamber took care of the police parkette. Is that
it's in the agreement? If it's in the agreement, I suspect they do that. Yep. The next item is authorize an agreement with the Southampton BIA, and it's been moved by Councillor Grace, seconded by Councillor Dave Mayette, that bylaw 27-2018, being a bylaw to authorize a lease agreement with the Southampton Business Improvement Area, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 26th day of March 2018. Comments to this? All in favor? That's carried. And it's been moved by Councillor Madison, seconded by Councillor Mike Mayette. The Council move into a closed public session in accordance with bylaw 63-2015 under section 3.8.2F regarding advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose regarding food trucks in core commercial areas, and under section 6 3.8.2E litigation or potential litigation, including matters before an administrative tribunal affecting the municipality or local board regarding the minutes of settlement to be submitted to the Ontario Municipal Board for 65 Chanterview Drive. All in favor? That's carried. Okay, so I have a motion that's been moved by Councillor Mazza and a second by Councillor Mike Myatt that the council arise from the closed to public session at 11 p.m. and resume regular council meeting. All in favor? That's carried. Moved by Councillor Dave Myatt and second by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau that council report from the closed to public as follows. That staff be directed to issue a business license for a refreshment vehicle located at 23 Albert Street North, provided all the terms and conditions of the applicable bylaws are complied with. That staff be authorized to sign minutes of settlement for 65 Chanterview Drive as recommended by the municipal solicitor. All in favor? That's carried. Affirmatory bylaw has been moved by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau, second by Councillor Madison. The bylaw 28-2018, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores, hereby read a first, second, and third time and finally passes sealed this 26th day of March 2018. All in favor? Carried. And it's been moved by Councillor Grace and second by Councillor Dave Myatt that this regular council meeting of March 26, 2018 hereby adjourned at 11:01 p.m. All in favor? We're adjourned.